right, the holiday travel season is officially here. Today, well, it's expected to be one of the busiest days at the airports.
And if you're driving, AAA says the busiest days on the roads will be this Saturday. And then for the return home next Thursday and Saturday after Christmas will also be busy. The best times to hit the road are before lunchtime or after 7 p.m. We're also keeping a close eye on airports this morning. Abby Larico is live at Reagan National Airport. Abby, you've been out there for a couple of hours now. Have the crowds picked up at all? Good morning.
Hey Annie, good morning. It's kind of that typical ebb and flow you see with this early morning travel at Reagan National, no matter the time of year, though of course a little bit more cheer with some of these passengers because they're headed around for the holidays around the country, except for a flight to Chicago that has about an 11-minute delay. Things are moving pretty smoothly. Once you get through that drop-off line outside the airport, you get in here. Security line, this is pretty common for DCA though, that the TSA pre-check line is not that much shorter or faster moving than the traditional TSA security line, so make sure you plan a little extra time for that, no matter what time your flight is throughout the day here, because things are expected to pick up. Now, of course, this security line is often seen as that last hurdle before getting to the gate and then completing your holiday travels, and we want to make sure that certain items in your bag don't hold you up. That's because there's some very common gift items that you might be bringing with you on your travels that can slow you down. You get pulled to the side because those items might need a little extra screening or they might obstruct the x-ray view into your bag. Some of those items include candles. That's a very popular gift. I know I'm going to be bringing a few with me this weekend, as well as food items, whether we're talking about a finished holiday fruitcake, for example, or maybe even a mix to bake something when you get there. These items are often pulled so TSA can take a closer look and make sure that they are safe. And your tech, your gadgets, whether we're talking an e-reader, game console, speaker, or even a smart kitchen appliance, any tech that's larger than a cell phone needs to be removed from your carry-on at the security checkpoint and placed in a separate bin. That is why TSA will tell you time and time again, do not wrap your gifts before you get to your destination. If something in a beautifully wrapped gift box triggers an alarm, it'll need to be unwrapped so that they can take a closer look at it. And I'd actually take that recommendation to not wrap things a step further and say, think about where you're packing it in your bag. If you are bringing any of these commonly extra screened items, pack them in the top of your bag or an accessible outside compartment so that the entire contents of your bag don't need to be dumped if you do get pulled over at security. Now, liquids are another thing that can often slide your TSA screening process off course a bit. It doesn't matter if you're bringing a bottle of your famous homemade eggnog or a new snow globe, perhaps for your cousin's collection. If it's over 3.4 ounces, it cannot travel in your carry-on. And partial solids, think about a jar of Christmas jam, for example, do count in that rule. Carrying on is a really good idea with very valuable gifts that you have, maybe certain breakables or medicines and other important items that would be problematic if they got lost in a checked bag. So again, keep those things in your carry-on item bag, but remember it needs to be able to fit in the overhead compartment in the plane or under the seat in front of you in your foot space. Guys?
And that is the key, making sure it fits into that area. Thanks, Abby. Those are some great tips. And with so many of you traveling for Christmas this week, now is a good time to download our free WUSA 9 app. That way you'll get access to weather and traffic alerts on the go. Just search for WUSA 9 in the App Store. And coming up in about 4 minutes from now, Jonathan is digging into what weather that you can expect at some of the country's biggest airports.
Meanwhile,